live on both Facebook and YouTube right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for you all to be joining us today as we're here to discuss the five, not four, not three, not two, and definitely not one, but the five reasons why you should use MYLE for your next event. For those that don't know, MYLE stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. We are an event management and data insights platform focused on enhancing your life and making your life truly entertaining. So that I don't get too deep into that, I want to thank you all for obviously joining us, for those that are here with us live, those that will watch this later on at some point in time as well. So I'm going to actually switch gears a little bit. Once again, welcome to MYLE, the live demo, 5 reasons why you should use MYLE for your next event. I am the co-founder of MYLE. We go way back. But instead of me telling that story, I'm actually going to turn it over to Sherry. She's going to share some information, a little bit about MYLE, our background, how we ended up getting where we are now, how we've evolved, the background behind the idea, the thought process. And the reason why we want to do that is a lot of times people say, I wonder how they came up with that idea, right? Well, she's going to tell you how she came up with that idea, all right? And so y'all will get a better understanding of how that happened and then how we have gotten to the point where we are and why you should use MYLE for your next event. So with that, Sherry, I'm going to actually turn it over to you, and it's all yours. And I'm going to get synced up to start the live demo after that.
So hello, everyone. My name is Sherry Lloyd. I'm the co-founder of MYLE, which Kevin said stands for Make Your Life Entertaining. And probably around 2007, at that time, I was working for another company as a brand manager and was pitching one of our clients to a company here based here in Columbus, Ohio, a major corporation, actually, a major fashion house, actually. And they expressed that they loved some things that we were doing with another business that we have. And if we could do something similar to that, they would be very interested. And actually, it wasn't just similar. It was they wanted a very diverse platform, a platform that services everyone. So when I hung up the phone from that conversation, actually a few things came to mind, and those things were really based. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can everyone hear me?
Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, Joe, we can hear her, Joe. Well, first of all, thank you for joining us on the live.
I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me
He
just
can't
see
hear us.
something.
All right, so he has audio situation going on. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the mute on Joe real quick, and Sherry, you can keep on going. And he'll let us know when he's good to go.
So basically, I was asked if I could come up with something that was a diverse platform, a platform that serviced everyone. And when I hung up the phone from that conversation with that executive at that company, I thought about some things that I was having issues with as a transient person relocating from. Well, I'm originally from Alabama, but we relocated from New Orleans, Louisiana to Columbus. I thought about the things that I was just having a difficult time finding and things that just really weren't targeted to me or spoke to my family. And so what I did was kind of merge what the executive stated at the corporation with some of my personal challenges as a person who's relocating and who loves, by the way, to find new things to do. I don't think it's a day that goes by that I'm not looking for something new place to eat, new place to go. I'm just that. I'm just that person who just loves the find, things that off the beaten path. So I came up with the idea called Kevin, and we kind of put our thoughts together. And at the time, it wasn't called MYLE; it was called something else. And here it is. After a lot of going back and forth, we relocated in that time period to New York City and came back to Columbus, Ohio. And it has evolved since then to be a company that services B2B businesses with our ticketing and event registration and data analytics, as well as a B2C company, which helps you to find things to do, places to go, and food to eat. So here we are, excited to be here, and hope you enjoy the demo.
Outstanding, outstanding. And there you have it. Y'all heard the backdrop. That's how we got to where we are today. And so excited to have you all. We do have a couple of our current event hosts that have joined us on the line. I see that we have Monique Hall on the line, and we have Joe Askew with us as well. And so what I want to do, everybody, is I'm actually going to start with MYLE.com, right? So the website is MYLE.com. And it's the one and only, right? So y'all may go to the App Store or search MYLE. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff that pops up. We're the main ones with the domain. So there we go, right? So I'm going to hit the share screen button. I'm going to take you to, once again, here we are at MYLE.com. This is where it all begins, once again, to make your life entertaining. We start here because 95% of any questions you have are probably going to be here on the website. If you don't find your question here, you'll notice there's a little green button in the bottom right-hand corner. During office hours, guess what? There's a live chat person or a live person available through the chat. When somebody's not available, you can ask the question there, and it sends us an offline message, and a member of our team will get to it as soon as possible to still get you an answer to that question. We believe in service with a smile. That's service with a smile, and that's SMYLE. That's how we spell smile on this end. Obviously, got to integrate the mile piece in there. So as you can see, when you get to the homepage, and we'll start with the website, and I'm going to talk about a few key things that come up all the time. The first thing is people hear about MYLE and they immediately think about the app. MYLE is a web-based platform. We also do have an app. It happens to be the most comprehensive event management application that we've been able to find as far as everything it does for you. True one-stop shop solution. And we'll get into that in a few minutes. But with that, you should know that when you sell tickets, you don't have to have the app itself, right? Those tickets are sold through the web-based platform. So we want to make sure people know that. We do know that in this day and time, some people have used all the space that they have, or they're a little apprehensive about having an app on their phone. So we do not require that. That just happens to be a true added value for you all to utilize the app as well. And before I actually get started going through the screen, and I know he may be on mute, but I do want to welcome Bilal Akram, who's joining us as well. We thank him for coming on the platform for this live demo as we exposed the platform to all of you. It looks like another one of our event hosts has come on. We're going to be talking to our event host shortly so that everybody knows, because they have dealt with firsthand, which you may experience, right? So some of the questions you may have about how do you get started, how do you get your first event set up, what does our service look like to help you to be successful, things of that sort, okay? And Bilal, I'm going to ask you to hit that mute button real quick so that because we got a little bit of background going on there, all right?
Sorry, where's the mute button? I'm trying to find it.
No worries, I got you. I'm gonna actually hit it on this end for you. I'm gonna take care of you, all right? So, so what we're gonna do, y'all, what we're gonna do is jump in. As you can see, as you scroll down through the page, you'll see that it makes it really easy for you to create an event. You can register, log in, or you can go ahead and you can get the app, okay? Experiences tailored to you. So if you think about what Sherry was talking about, these curated experiences, the off the beaten path, like she is a true miler, right? Like she's the person that's looking for things to do, places to go, food to eat. And there's so many more of you all out there. And this is one of the great parts about MYLE on the B2C side, right? For our general consumer to quickly find those things. Hence, if you host events, you want to make sure your events, your activities, your restaurant, your comedy spot, whatever it is that you have that's lifestyle based, is around entertainment, you want to make sure it is posted on the MYLE platform, because people are literally looking for what you are offering every single day. Now, and I mentioned how comprehensive MYLE is and how special it is as an app. We have a lot of amazing features, but one of them is the fact that you can get to your destination through the app. So while you're not required in order to get a ticket to an event through the app, if you want that enhanced experience and now you want to get to your destination without having to go 3-4 places, but if you want to be able to access your ticket, see the details around the event, know what's required, and tap one button to get to your destination, you just MYLE it, all right? So Uber, Lyft, Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze, all integrated into the platform to make it very simple and easy for you. Now, before we even get to the 5 reasons why, you're going to start to see some of why right here. Free to use, free to post. That's right, y'all. Free to post your events. As you all know, there's a lot of platforms. You have a lot of different options out there. MYLE is a platform where you don't get charged to post your event. So no matter who you are, where you are, if you're hosting any kind of event, free event, paid event, you should post it on MYLE, okay? So that's number one. Then you'll see all these other really cool features here. But what we want to get to is we're going to scroll down, even though there's thousands of different events on the platform. We want to talk about why, okay? The 5 reasons why you should use MYLE for your next event. It starts off with number 1, which we mentioned earlier. It's free. There's no fee to you. Now, Sherry mentioned earlier that we do work with different levels of clients. So while we have provided a free platform for your everyday event, any host can host their event. If you have a special event that you're doing and you want to have a custom page, or if you're a corporation, she mentioned B2B, we work with corporations like Visa and a whole lot of others to actually provide customized or white label registration pages as well for special events, special offers that we do for them. Additionally, if you have a fundraiser or if you do silent auctions, you can also utilize MYLE. We have special services to provide that for you as well. But for your everyday event, it is free to post. That's number 1. Number 2, this is a really big one, okay? If you think about it today, on most platforms, when you go to utilize those platforms, you pay to use them, right? Or they may be free. But in this case, not only do we say, hey, set up your event for free, but you have the ability to earn a portion of what we make when you do charge fees for your ticketed events, right? Free events, free, no cost, no fee. Paid events, there's a fee associated with it, right? We have a service fee and a processing fee. MYLE earns the service fees. Well, from those fees, we said, hey, thank you for doing business with us. We appreciate it. As we grow, so should your pockets, and everybody eats. So you get a percentage of what we make. And the more you make, the more you make. Well, what does that mean? Well, if I click that Learn More button, it's going to take me to the next page, which is going to show me how you could become a MYLE Profit Partner. As a MYLE Profit Partner, you earn a percent, as I mentioned before. How does that work? Well, there's 3 tiers, right? When we make a certain amount of dollars in fees, so if we make over $250, you earn 10%. As you can see, it says payout, percent of MYLE revenue shared with the host. If you make, or we make, should I say, tier 2, which is $1,000 or more in fees, you're going to receive 15% of what we make. The third tier is $2,500 or more. You will earn 20% of what we make. Hence the reason why we say the more you make, the more you make. And we say thank you for doing business with us. So very, very important in regards to how that works, okay? So that's the MYLE Profit Partner model. Once again, we have 3 different tiers, and the more you make, the more you make. We believe, once again, as we grow, so should your pockets. And thank you for spreading the word. Now, speaking of spreading the word, that leads into the 3rd reason why, okay? Now, the 3rd reason why is on the same page here. You can refer and earn cash with the MYLE Affiliate Program. Well, how does that work? Well, as you know, a lot of times we use a platform, we get excited about it, we spread the word. We tell people, hey, listen, I'm using this platform, you need to go and use it, right? Or we use it and we use the domain name and we post it and we promote it on TV and the radio and flyers. You could do the same thing with MYLE, right? So when you have your event, you can literally create your custom link, myevent.myle.com. Then you can tell your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, everyone else, hey, co-promoters and event planners, you should use MYLE as well. When they use MYLE and they sign up and they use your referral code, because everyone has a referral code, that makes you eligible to receive a portion of what we make when they use MYLE too. That's right. Not only can you make money when you use MYLE, but you can make money when your referrals use MYLE also. Look down below how this works, right? So we pay out a maximum of 30% of what we make, okay? A max of 30. So we said earlier, as the event host, you could make up to 20 depending on if you hit certain thresholds. Well, the balance of whatever you make, whether you make 10%, 15%, or 20%, actually goes to the person who referred you. So if they referred you, they signed up, guess what? Here you go. So at tier 0, as the referrer, the person who referred someone, if they don't hit the first threshold, you get the full 30%, right? Because they didn't make the first tier. So thank you for referring it. You still earn something, okay? Now, if they break the first tier, they're going to earn 10%. You would earn the balance of the 30%, okay? So they earn 10, you earn 20. If they make the second tier, which is the 15% payout, you earn the balance of that, the other 15%. And if they make the 20% from their event and you refer them, you still earn 10%, right? So in this case, you still get some benefit, okay, along the way, depending on what they make. Now, here's a cool surprise. Bilal is on the line, and I mentioned that earlier that he was joining us, and we appreciate him joining us. I was going through some numbers yesterday, and I realized, oh, he referred this particular event as we were reconciling. He actually has some money coming his way, and he has no idea. He just found out when y'all found out. Not a bad surprise, but we'll be taking care of that really soon. That's one of the coolest parts about this program is the fact that because he helped bring some business to us, he's going to benefit when he least expects it. And that's pretty awesome. And on top of that, he uses us regularly for his events. So this is very important to understand the MYLE affiliate program, right? How that works. And in addition to that, the MYLE profit partner model and how you can benefit. Those are two key reasons why you would want to use MYLE, okay? So now, when I go back to the main page and I scroll back down, okay, you're going to see 1, 2, and 3 we just covered. Number 4, ticket buyers save money on lower fees, right? Creating more value for who? Your consumers, your attendees. The people who support you are going to pay lower fees because we only charge 3.7% plus $1.30 on each ticket. And then the processing fee is 2.9% plus 30 on the transaction, okay? So now that's lower than what you find on a lot of other platforms, and they're going to see that value and appreciate that because they're saving money, and who doesn't want to save a few coins, right? And then number 5, expand your reach and promote your event. This is the 5th reason why you want to use MYLE. Even though earlier I said you do not have to use the app. If you use the app and you promote the fact that the app is where people want to find their tickets so that they can get into your events quicker. This is how they want to get to your event through Uber, Lyft, Apple Maps, Google, or Waze. In addition to that, they can comment and leave messages on the app for your event. They can share it quickly with other people. But most importantly, once they download the app, you as the event host now have the ability to promote to them through the app. So we have an amplification feature where you can amplify an event within 5 miles of your event, and it'll let everybody know that has the app. Well, if you upgrade to our subscription model, right, then either $19 a month or $199 for the year, you can now amplify your event 50 miles around your event. So think about your entire metropolitan area. If they all had the MYLE app, you have an event, the days of them saying, I had no idea you threw that event are over because they're going to get that notification right on their device, okay? So that's reason number 5. And guess what? We had to throw in a bonus because we all like bonuses. We all like surprises. We donate up to 5% of our net proceeds to underserved youth-based nonprofit organizations through our nonprofit organization, which is Extra Mile International, designed to expose and educate socioeconomically disadvantaged youth to entertainment, the arts, and travel. So really, really important that we do that and we help our children because, as you know, our youth needs our support. They need that exposure. We believe if they can get exposed to something that's really going to drive a passion that they have for their lives, it could change their mindset, which may change their life, and they may change the world. So in that case, we all get to go the extra mile when we MYLE it. All right, there you go. So I'm going to stop there because the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into a demo, and I want to show you all a few pages, right? Some events that are using the platform, but I also want to show you all the app and how the app actually works. So since we do have a few of our event hosts on the line, I do want to open it up for them if there was a particular question that you all may have or if there was something you all wanted to share because of going through the same experience. I want to open it up to you all very quickly. So any comments from Bilal, Joe, or Monique? All questions.
Hey, Kevin, I guess I'll just open it up. So, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to partner with MYLE for several reasons. The first and foremost being the fact that we now have an African American owned entity that really can support a lot of the activities that we have in and around our community that not only help people economically in their ability to offer their services, but also for the opportunity that it provides to really just give back to community. So this is my this is my second go around with MYLE. The first time we did an event, it was a much smaller event, probably about 350 people. And I was in kind of the passenger seat, right? I was learning about MYLE, but didn't really get an opportunity to actually get to dive deep into the actual functionality of the system. And so for this particular event that I believe you may be highlighting, it's an event where it's the HBCU NYC Classic that will take place on September 15th at MetLife Stadium. And we are having an after the game event. And so for us, what's important to us is literally functionality of the system, but it's also making it simple, the ability to be able to set up your event in a quick and simple way. And I can tell you, having used Eventbrite probably for over 20 to 30 different events, my experience with MYLE was that it was simple in its setup. Now, some of that has to do with, one, I appreciate the live chat that you have that was available 24 hours to answer any questions that I had in setting it up. But it was also the attention to detail and the willingness to receive feedback from you, Kevin, and the MYLE family. And I think that that's very important, the ability to learn from each other as we all grow and expand, again, our offerings. Certainly what's unique about MYLE's for us is the ability to be a MYLE profit partner, because you're not getting that with any of the other systems that are available to us. And that's important to us as an event promoter and planner, because as you all know, we all have expenses associated with the event. And so, and we also have, and most of us have a mission of dedicating a certain percentage of those funds back to the community. In our case, it's the institutions in which we represent, like for the Howard, Morehouse, and Spelman game. So we'll be given to each of those institutions at the end. And so all ways that we can save the consumer money, we can save money. There's an opportunity to generate, some additional revenue. All reasons that, we have appreciated this relationship with MYLE and believe that with all the other functionality, the fact that it is web-based, I believe is an asset, because Eventbrite does require that you download their apps to do some of the to participate in some of their functionality. But the fact that I can check people in leveraging the app is, for us, again, gets to my point about making it simple for the end user, and also making it, simple for the people who are, in the background pulling things together. So with that, I'll stop there. And like I said, I'm looking forward to having a successful event, which I know MYLE is just as invested in its success as we are.
Joe, thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. I was able to pull up your event that you mentioned, and this will be highlighted and showcased as well. This event is September 14th, as he mentioned, in the New York area for the HBCU Classic that's going to take place. between Howard and Morehouse. So this will be amazing. And as you said, your team has been working with another platform for a number of years. And it was a big step to move over to us. So we appreciate that support. It means the world to us, and it helps us to drive one exposure, but at the same time, as you said, from a MYLE Profit Partner perspective, to actually have more dollars go back to the students who need it, because you all are helping to support them. That's a big deal for us. So thank you all so much for seeing, how we could work together in making that a reality.
Thanks.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
I just want to piggyback what Joseph said. First of all, Kevin, you made my night. You told me I got some money coming, so I'm happy. I'm glad I got on this call, brother.
That's right. That's right.
And Joseph, I just want to say, brother, I publish a digital magazine for men of color. And what I would offer for you and this platform is if you shoot me an ad, I'll publish it in September's issue at no charge to you.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. We'll take advantage of that. I appreciate that.
Okay. All I ask is that when it comes, just after the game, whatever, send the magazine through a database, so that gives us more exposure and we grow organically. And let's stay connected. Kevin will connect us. Let's
For
you and
sure.
I connect and talk further offline to see how we can support each other.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Because I just left the vineyard, Martha's Vineyard, and I heard about this game. Trust me. I've talked to about 20 people who say they were going, oh yeah, I'm going to this game. Boy, I'm like, damn, So now I get a chance to meet the promoter, which is awesome,
We're looking forward to it.
We like to become media partners with you moving forward.
Sounds good. Sounds
Awesome.
good.
But going back to this app, I remember the first time that I met Kevin and I heard this presentation, and it was like a light bulb came on. I was so enamored. I was so enthralled. I saw the picture. Once he said it, I got it. I promote MYLE as much as I promote our magazine, Code M. I love this brother. I believe in this platform. I'm in the vineyard talking to people that Kevin has no idea that I've been talking about him. I've turned him on to some events at the vineyard. And, my goal is for our entire community, if you're having any kind of events or promoter, to utilize MYLE. Because there's no reason why we have to go outside of our community, really, for anything. We have the capabilities, we have the know-how, we have the technology, and we just got to start supporting each other and saying, hey, instead of giving my money to Eventbrite, we're going to give it to MYLE. We're going to support MYLE. And Kevin knows that I'm all in with him and with MYLE. And I agree with you, Joseph. It's easy to use, although Kevin has had to walk me through some things. But what I love about it is him and his team are so responsive. They never have a problem paying out money. So that I love that. You ain't got to chase the brother down. But the platform is easy on the eyes. The functionality is easy, and it's a great representation of who we are as Black entrepreneurs and excellence in what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Listen, I appreciate what you just shared. And what I did is I just switched screens. So Bilal hosts an event called Jazz on Monticello. And he's been using it for this jazz event to help spread the word in the Cleveland area and really get some additional exposure. So we appreciate what you've been doing to provide a really nice and great event, and then using MYLE to do that and helping with that exposure as well, Bilal. Thank you.
Well, that those are just beta tests, because the reception was actually, the feedback was great, and we want to build that out to a larger music/mental health event in the near future. So we're planning on something. I'll keep you in the loop as we build it up and build it out. Okay.
Outstanding. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And Monique came on screen, so I think she's getting ready to speak as well.
Yes. Hey, Kevin. Thanks for the invite for tonight's conversation. And I guess I'll just kind of piggyback and say that I share the sentiments that the two gentlemen have talked about. I think MYLE is great to use, easy, great functionality. You and your team have been extremely responsive and quick. So that's very, very helpful. And it's great to have somebody to reach out to ask questions to. We're hosting our annual golf event coming up on September 8th, and we've hosted this event for about 5 years now. And we've gone through Eventbrite previously, but not having someone to reach out and get a response from when you've got questions can be somewhat frustrating sometimes. So I think the MYLE platform is, again, very easy to use. And it's the profit partnership is a great feature of it. And it's just a great way to support the brand. So I'm happy that we made the switch from Eventbrite to MYLE, and look forward to continuing to use the MYLE platform for future events. So yeah, so that's all I have. And I do have a question, if I can ask, that might help maybe some others who might be wondering. So one of the things that we're going to want to do here in the next couple of weeks is to get an email blast out. Can you kind of walk me through how that works?
Yeah. So that's a great question. I think actually Joe has a question similar to that. So here's the deal, and this is great for us because of doing a demo. It helps us to answer these kind of questions, but also helps people to understand kind of where we are. So when Sherry framed up, how we got started and now what we've evolved to, we do a lot of business, but we are still a growing business. So unfortunately, we don't have every feature under the sun that we would have, because it takes time and obviously takes a lot of capital to build up to that level. On the email side, we do not currently have an email client, right, that's built into the MYLE platform as of yet. However, we do use a couple of different platforms, and we do provide that as a service for our event hosts, because we know that you want to communicate to your event attendees. We do currently send out automated emails, but we also have the ability to do custom emails. So if there's a message that you want to send to your audience prior to your event, we can actually do that for you and provide that for you. Obviously, because they have registered through the platform, we already have the database to be able to upload that into our email client and then send that out for you on the date and the time that you would like it. The benefit of that is that we also end up with the data and the statistics behind who opened it, right? Or how many people opened it, how many people clicked on the links, and which links did they click on. And that's important to us, for you, because we mentioned we're an event management and data insights company. We want you to have as much information as it regards to data related to your event attendees, even up to the email component and who's opening it, because we want to see that conversion of them also attending that event, which we'll see the scan percent as well if you use our scanning capabilities also. So Monique, we can talk offline about when you wanted to get that done. And the same with you, Joe. As you know, we're working on building that, but up until that point, we will provide the level of service that's needed to make sure that your event is successful and that you all as clients, or as what we consider partners, are happy.
Kevin, let me throw this out there. I might have an answer to your text answer. Okay. I got a brother up here, Anthony Jones, who owns Digital Jetstream. That's who our website and all our text capabilities is going through. So I can connect you to Anthony, and maybe you guys can work together and he can solve that problem for you.
That sounds great. We're always open to any and all opportunities to connect and work with other individuals to provide whatever solutions for our clients, right?
Absolutely. And let me add for this to Monique. Monique, where are you based out of?
Columbus.
Columbus,
okay.
Ohio. Yeah.
Okay. If you can send me a half-page ad, I'll support your event as well. So Kevin can connect us, and I'll make sure that we support you and what you're doing, and we can become media partners with you as well. Because we're about collecting data, so that's and getting exposure.
Awesome. That would be outstanding. I appreciate that offer. We'll take you up on that. So that's great.
I look forward to it. Okay, sounds good.
And I must say this, right? And so everybody knows, because we just had another guest join us. Thad Walker is joining us as well. He happens to be another event host and client / partner of ours on the East Coast. And is that we're streaming. I think everybody knows we're live streaming this, right? So this is on Facebook, this is on YouTube. And the reason why we're doing it in this particular manner for everybody who will eventually listen to this is we do a lot of these one-on-one. And after each time we do it, we get so much amazing feedback, and we get, questions like this, and so much is shared, and so much excitement and passion on the call. It's like we're doing ourselves a disservice that everybody else doesn't know, right? And we don't want to be the best kept secret, right? We would like to be the best, but not a secret. So with that, the word is out there, the word is spreading. Coden Magazine is an amazing platform. The quality of the work that they do, y'all. So when he says, hey, we'll put your ad in there, is not just like low level. This is amazing. And you never know who's going to be on the front cover of that magazine. So I would just say that, and I'll send you all a link from the last issue so that you all can see it. And we appreciate them being a client or a partner of ours, and now willing to help support your events and provide that exposure as well. But Bilal, I think you'll be even more interested in this upcoming event. Thad, we not to throw you under the bus, and if you can even speak, but they used us for their first event in Leesburg, Virginia, for Founders Day program for Kappa Alpha Psi, and now planning the New Year's Eve event. They're already ahead. They're already getting ready right now. We'll be setting that page up pretty quickly. But Thad, if there's any experiences you want to share, any questions, feel free. If not, we're just going to continue with the demo for now. It's up to you.
Yeah, I would say hey, good evening, everyone. Yes, part of the Endeavor to Dream Foundation, which is the philanthropic arm of the Dulles Leesburg alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. We raise funds and events for our mentoring programs, STEM programs. The event that we did last year using MYLE was excellent as far as registering our over 500 guests, getting them registered and even into the event from that perspective. So we're coming back to use them again for our upcoming, one of our signature events, our New Year's Eve gala that's coming up at the end of this year. So, can't stress enough about how easy of use it was from event registration and sort of check-in process. I think that's the thing I would highlight the most.
I don't know if it's me, but I can't hear Kev.
I can't either.
Oh, so I'm sitting here talking. I'm just going at it. Right? So y'all are seeing the screen and not hearing all these words. So that's what happens when you're on mute. So this is, first of all, thanks for jumping on. But this is the 47th Metro Founders Day program that they did with us. And they use it for multiple reasons, right? So you have this one compilation page or collection page that has all the key things that they had going on. So from their Founders Day program, which was private just for members only of the fraternity, then you also had their digital souvenir booklet that you could purchase your ad space for the event, and then vendors could register for the event through the vendor registration option. And then they had an after party, right? So to wrap up the event, which was amazing, like you said, 500 plus attendees. The cool part about this is what we consider a custom page. And I mentioned we do white label as well. So the other pages that I showed you all so far is the free version that you can set up yourself in minutes, right? Then we have this white glove service where we take it, we get all your information, we set everything up for you and customize and create it the way you would like to see it, okay? And that's really cool because you can select your color schemes, your images, video, whatever you want included on there, we can actually do that for you. But the functionality becomes really, really cool too with what we can do. So for instance, in this case, in order to get tickets to this particular event, you had to actually put in the code, right? So, and I don't want to show what that code is here, so I'm not going to do that whole piece right there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to verify that password. And now I'll show you all the screen again, because what you want to see is you actually want to be able to scroll down, and you'll be able to see the details of this particular page, but you'll see the seating that they have. So they provide the seat map for the venue. Here's the venue. And now you get to see the table options of the way you want to sit. And then you have the ability to either purchase a table for 10 or individuals and individual seats. And when you go in, you can select exactly where you want to sit. Okay. So they use the functionality a little bit different. And then obviously you can go right back to the main page. And then once again, but if you wanted to go to the after party, different look, different feel, different vibe, right? They provide the header banner and the details. And now here we go. And you can go ahead and get your tickets there as well. So just showing you a little bit of the range of how different organizers, different event hosts may actually utilize the platform. One of the things that I'll switch gears to as a part of the demo as we continue is the 100 Black Men of DeKalb County. We just did this event in Atlanta last weekend. Same thing, right? They use this for multiple ways. What's cool is when one event host sees one of the demos and they're like, oh, we want to use it that way, right? So you'll notice they have the souvenir program booklet as well, right? So once you see that, you realize, oh, we could do that. And they did a digital booklet, but they had the ads paid for right through the MYLE platform. So everything is compiled in one place where you can see all of your metrics, all of your purchases, everything. And so in this case, they had their leadership gala, they had their jazz brunch. And what you'll see is that when we go in to the page, same thing, different layout, right? In regards to their tables, the tables can also be color coded, right? Based off of the type of tickets that you're selling, whether individual, half table, full table, whatever you want customized. They had those different options. And then obviously they had their promo video as well. Now, what's cool about this functionality, hotel accommodations, because they had a hotel room block, is that you can also now go from there and you can do donations, right? So this is a gala where they're using the platform in order to raise funds at the next level. So you actually have some information about the donations, but then there's a donate button and there's a thermometer, right? So you're actually able to see as they're raising those funds as it actually goes up. And then we have what we call a widget that we use for the on-screen display with the QR code, the thermometer, and the donor scroll, which is really cool, right? So I'll show that in a moment. But then you have the silent auction option. So we all know we all go to a lot of different fundraisers. This is where MYLE is really, being leveraged for every aspect of what we do. And now you can see the items which you could bid on, which they have some really, really cool items in their silent auction for their attendees, right? So this is, and the bids obviously come right through our platform. They receive their notifications through us. When they win, they get their notification with the link to actually pay for it. So it's a very seamless process, leveraging technology to really provide you with what you need to drive either sales, revenue, donations, funds, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. And so just wanted to make sure we show off a little bit of some of the things that we do there. And then obviously this is what I mentioned earlier. So this is the page that has the QR code. It has the thermometer and then the donor scroll as well for those donations that have been made. It shows the latest donations. Okay. So really cool. So I'm going to stop there for any questions based off of what you all just saw, because I think some of this may be new for some of y'all as well in regards to our capabilities. Hence the other reason why we are doing the live demo, so that people could see like, oh, I didn't know that at MYLE you all did this full scope of work. And we do this once again for individuals, organizations, and we do this for corporations as well. So I'm gonna stop for any questions. All thoughts. Yeah.
Kevin, I wanted to just
go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sure. Just a quick question on the silent auction piece. And I assume that's only available for the custom pages?
Yes, the silent auction is it's actually a custom page itself. So for instance, let's say you were doing the basic page for your event. but you wanted to do the silent auction piece totally separate, it's a separate service in itself. So if you only needed the QR code that you're going to use on your tables, for instance, right? Yeah, so it's just a totally separate page, right? So there'll be a QR code for people to go ahead and scan to get to the page to actually make the purchase for the silent auction items.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
Tony,
And
Kevin, which chapter of 100 Black Men was that you're working with?
yeah, this was DeKalb County in out of the Atlanta area. They have 7 chapters there.
Yes.
In,
Okay.
DeKalb. Yep.
Well, I'm a 100 Black Man here in Cleveland, so I'll connect you with the necessary individuals here. And
Yeah.
while I was away, I connected to the 100 Black Men chapter in New York City.
Yeah.
And I just had a conversation last night with the National Treasury of the Executive Board of the 100 Black Men. So I'm going to talk to him and see if he can connect you to the Executive Board to present this to them for all national functions.
Outstanding.
I told you, bro. I'm like your biggest hype man. I love this platform. I love you, brother. I love this platform. So whatever I can do to help, man, we all in this together, bro.
All right. I appreciate it. And I take it Sherry's enjoying hearing you say that too. She's on the line with us. So your
hey,
support.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Hello there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Awesome. Monique, were you going to say something else? Yeah.
I wanted to just mention, because I forgot to mention this when I was chatting earlier. I love the MYLE Manager feature because you spoke about data. And one thing I love is being able to go in and pull down reports. And as a matter of fact, I have to do that tonight to send to our financial team about what our current sales look like. So that's a great feature and a way to track sales and attendees and information that's being collected. So kudos on that feature.
Thank you so much. We tend to hear when people see this, they're always impressed by like how seamless it is. So I appreciate you reminding me and bringing us back here. So for everyone to know, like, so MYLE Manager is your back end where you see your data and the metrics in your ticket sales. And so actually, I think I'm going to go to this one right here. And let's see where we at. This is the first sneaker jammy. I think I'm gonna go to this one. And so here you go in. So when you go into MYLE Manager, which you can access right through your main page setup, is that you can, which is through web.myle.com, which is how you access it right through the main myle.com. When you go to create an event or log in and register, it's going to take you to the web version, right? You're going to log in there to web.myle.com. And then once you're in there, there's also a button where you set up your event to get to MYLE Manager. Or you can just go to manager.myle.com and you'll be able to log in and access your information. Once you do that, this is where you're going to actually be able to see your transactions. And also, if you scan people in, you'll be able to see your scan percentages also. But this is where you can export your reports, your attendee reports, your financial reports. You can log, when people check in, you can either scan them in via the phone. There's 3 different ways. You can scan them in, right? We authenticate each scanner that's going to be doing it right through their mobile device. Or if you have a large event, you want to rent scanners, you can do that too. They download MYLE and they log in right through our app. So once they log in, they can be authenticated to scan for your events. Or you can log into MYLE Manager and they can do it by name, right? So we have a search by name feature, and then you can check them in. Or you can export your reports, and then you can sort those in alphabetical order if you want. And when people come, if you want to check them in by name, especially depending on the type of event, the way you want the flow to go, and the experience you want to create, you can pick which one of these solutions works best for you. But you can print that report and you'll have everything as well right there. You can see the type of tickets that are selling. So if you had an early bird, a general admission, a VIP, you had a different experience, you'd see all of that here as well. And then you can see your recent orders also. And then you can actually click on that and you can see any details for any of those particular attendees for that event. Okay. So that's how MYLE Manager works. I want to thank this event was hosted by another one of our event hosts, Dami Styles, who gave us the green light to be able to show this event. So in case anybody's wondering, yep, we got the green light to show that. So we appreciate Dami. He's a major advocate for MYLE as well. He spreads the word to everyone he knows, and he uses the platform religiously and has for some time. So want to definitely share that. So thank you, Monique, for the reminder.
Absolutely.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop share right there, and I'm going to switch gears back over to Sherry. She kicked us off earlier. I'm going to show very briefly, I'm going to show you some key features on the MYLE app, what that looks like. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and wrap up because it's going to get late real soon. And there's something special going on tonight somewhere. So we want to go ahead and wrap this up. So Sherry, anything I may have missed, any thoughts that you want to drop? I know you've been working diligently on our B2B side and we work with these corporate partners. Is there anything else that you want to jump in on?
No, I think you've covered it all. I think Kevin does a good job. He primarily handles the ticketing end of the business. And for all of you all who've joined the call that primarily work with that, you will work with Kevin primarily on ticketing. But yeah, we're working to make sure that not only do we meet any competitors' needs, and keep in mind we're a very small company, but we're running pretty closely with the big dogs. And we hope to surpass them by offering, just way more customer service. I think that's the biggest thing that we hear is, I think, Monique, you mentioned that just, when you have a problem, how do you even speak to someone, right? And normally those problems happen after hours. So we really want to bring back the art of customer service and being able to get the answers that you need so that you can focus on your events and not find it frustrating with your ticketing and registration. So I think that's it for me.
Awesome. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm about to switch over from the screens we were on earlier, and I'm going to be jumping onto the mobile device. And what I want to do is I want to show you all what this experience is like on the mobile side. I kind of told you all a little bit about why the app is so special, because it really is different and people like this, really like it. But the other part is, in a lot of cases, people do think that we are like some other platforms until they actually see everything that we do and when they see the app. So I am in the process of sharing screen right now with you all, and here we go. All right. So I'm going to tap on, I tapped on the wrong one. Hold on. Let's go back here. Here we are. There we go. So this is where we are. And so once you get in here, and you'll notice that we have 20 different categories of interest, everything from festivals and fairs, family fun, comedy, charity and community, arts and culture, food and beverage, lifestyle, music, nightlife and social. We have networking and meetups. You have outdoors, sports, tours, travel and tours. You have campus activities, right? Because we're engaging our colleges and universities, health and beauty. You have a miscellaneous, that's your catch-all. That's for everything else. You have science and tech, spirituality, theater and performance. Then you have virtual and online events, okay, which COVID took us all there, right? So everybody's doing online events these days. We're going to go to, I'm going to actually jump into the music category, right? And what happens with MYLE is that anything within 50 miles of your location is what's going to pop up, okay? So right now it's showing 50 miles around Columbus. You'll see in the top left-hand corner, check out these events. If I go to change this, so it's 50 miles around where I am, but I can adjust it. So if this weekend I want to find things that's within a couple of 100 miles because I'm willing to commute, guess what? Now I can go ahead and click done. And what it's going to do is it's going to update. Now what it's done is it's pulled things within that 247-mile area for me. So what you'll see is if I go from the list view to the map view, now it's picking up things tied to that particular category in other cities around us, okay? So if I go back to the list view, here I am. As I scroll through, if I come across something that captures my attention and I say, oh, you know what? I want to go check this particular event out. then what I'll do is I'll just scroll through until I find something that captures my attention, right? And so what happens here is what you'll notice is, and let's just go here, right? So if I go to this, if I see this event, I'm like, wow, this is interesting. I want to go check this particular event out. It's 7:34 and it happens to be today of all days, right? Like, guess what? So like, oh, I want to go check this event out. I can say there's 4 buttons at the top. I can like this, love this, say I don't like it, or that I'm attending this event. This begins some data capture, by the way, for the event host to understand that. So in this case, if I say, I like what I see, I'm interested in this particular event, what it's going to do is it's going to send a notification to the event host that I just like this event, okay? If I say that I'm attending, the same thing will happen. The attendant, you'll get a notification that someone's going to attend your event. As I scroll down, this is where MYLE really gets different. You'll see the information, you'll see the age range. If there was a video posted with this event, I'd be able to actually watch the promo video or a speech or whatever from that person via video, the event host. I can see the distance to that event. There's a remind me button if I want to be reminded of this event, and I can actually leave feedback. So I can leave a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star review for that event. The cool part here is from an engagement perspective, if your attendees come to your event, you invited them to download the MYLE app to engage you during the event, you could have participation from your audience, whether it's through reviews, whether it's through the comments section, whether it's having them like your event or say that they're attending your event. You can capture that information, okay? Now, where's it at? Okay, it shows the venue. It's in Cincinnati, right? It said earlier, 98 miles. If I tap directions, it's going to give me the options: Apple Maps, Google Maps, or Waze. I'm a Wazer, so it's going to know where I am and where I'm going. It's going to automatically pull this up for me, and I'm on my way to my destination. Now, if I'm not driving, I'm capturing an Uber. If I'm catching, an Uber, it knows the same thing. Where I am, where I'm going, is going to automatically pull it up, but I did not have to go into another platform to actually get there, okay? Now, from there, I can also buy my tickets. So I can purchase the tickets to this event. This happens to be sold through Ticketmaster. That's the cool part. As an aggregator of events to make your life entertaining, you have events that may be sold through different platforms. And ideally, we would want all of these sold through MYLE, but some events are not sold through us, and that's fine too. So in this case, I'm going to select Columbus, Ohio, and it's going to pull up the event information. And that's how that works. Now, the last part is whoever's hosting the event is going to have who's it hosted by. And if I tap on their icon, in this case, this is the main MYLE account, so it has all the events in here. But if I was in this particular account, I could see the information about the host, and I could see the upcoming events that they have going on. So no matter where they are in the country, okay? So if I'm a tour manager and I want to make sure my artists, all of their events are on MYLE by city, so people can know exactly where we are and where we're going, I can use MYLE one-stop shop. People can get their tickets. They can get to the event. They can see our upcoming events. They can click on it like this Tampa Bay Jeep Fest, and they could get the information so that they could actually attend that Jeep Fest, scroll down, see all the details that they want, and buy the tickets right there. One stop, okay? So those are some of the cool features on MYLE. And as an event host, what you want to be able to do, if I go to the account section in the bottom right, you want to be able to, and I'm going to log out of this one real quick. I'm going to switch accounts, which you all have the ability to switch accounts, right? Which is really cool. I'm going to log into this one. And if I go to account section again, right, I have the ability to amplify an event. So if I want to amplify an event, which Sherry, make sure we amplify these events on a regular basis to get the word out. As an event host, you also have the ability to do that. So you'll notice there's a shopping cart that says promote. So if you want to promote your event through the app, you tap that button. It's going to walk you through the MYLE Mogul subscription options, right? The monthly and the annual. If you're just doing local, you can do that as well. And as you can see, inexpensive, $2.99, $19, you get to amplify 8 times. $199, you get to amplify 100 times. You cannot promote any event for $2 or less than $2 per promotion. I don't care where you are. And if you find something lower than that, y'all let us know. But for $2 promotion, and this is an introductory rate, so take advantage of it now before it changes. But you do have the ability to promote right through the app to everyone that has it within 50 miles of your event for less than $2 per amplification. That is amazing to get the word out. Hence, the other reason why you want to promote having people download the app, because as an event host, is to your benefit. Now you have an audience that you can reach in seconds, okay? And when I say in seconds, when you tap that button right there, right? You see how fast that popped up? In seconds. I tapped the button, yep, and in seconds. If y'all missed it, here's what I'm going to do. So instead of saying show me, I'm going to tap later. I'm going to turn this down, right? Because once you amplify it, you can turn it down, right? But if you amplify that event in a matter of seconds, everyone with the app within 50 miles receives that notification of your event. So the days of, I didn't even know what was going on, if they have the MYLE app and you as the event host use the MYLE app and amplify, they know about your event. Now they have the option to say, I want to go attend that event, or I'm not going because I'm busy, I have other things going on, okay? The cool part about it is that they could still tap show me, they can still scroll down, they can see who's hosting that event and tap to see what your upcoming events are. And guess what? Now they could pick one of your other events. The cool thing about this is, remember, we amplified it. You notice it now has a red amplified button over it, or banner. That means it's highlighting to everybody. This is an amplified event. You need to check this out. It's just like when you'll see sponsored ads, right, in your streams on other platforms. Is amplified on MYLE, where everybody comes to find all the great things that they want to do, the great places they want to go to, and the great food that they want to eat, okay? Just MYLE it and make your life entertaining. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up. The last thing I'm going to show you, because earlier we said 5 reasons why, right? Number 1, it was free to use. Number 2, we talked about the fact that you could earn a percentage through our MYLE Profit Partner, a percentage of what we make from the fees that are generated when tickets are sold through the platform. Number 3 is the referral and affiliate program. So when you refer people to MYLE, you actually get a percentage of what we make from them, but you also earn points when people download the app using your referral code. Those points can be redeemed for dollars. You can learn more about that under the affiliate section as well on MYLE.com. But let me show you, when you're here on the app, everybody has their own referral code. So I'm going to show you how to get to that, and we're going to wrap on up. But when you're back on the main page, and you get back to the main page by tapping the Discover button in the bottom left-hand corner, when you go up to the top left-hand corner, that's your referral icon. That's the person with the plus symbol. When you tap that, it's going to take you to the page, which is your dashboard. Everyone, when you download the app, you have your own dashboard. You all start off with points. I think it's 100 points that you get when you sign up, right? So you start off with 100 points. That's your bonus to get started. Now, when you add events, guess what? You earn points. So you should be adding events to the platform, all events you have. Then go to referrals. This is how you actually earn more points. This is where the real meat comes in, right? So actually, we adjusted it. So you actually earn 50 points for every account that signs up, right, under you. So in this case, this is one of the accounts that we use. People sign up, points get added, okay? So that's how that works. Now, how do you get to your referral code? You tap referral code, and you'll notice it actually has a referral code. Ours is Mile Markers. That's our handle. Social media, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you go, that's our handle, Mile Markers, right? You would do the same with whatever your handle is that you want to use, the name of your organization. I think yours is Code Magazine, Bilal, for yours, Code and Magazine, I think. So you use a handle that people are going to remember when you share it. Now, how do you share your referral code? At the bottom, it literally says share referral code. And you tap that button. You can send it via text. You can send it via email, however you want to send it to them, or you can copy it and send it to them. And it's going to send them a canned message, okay, so that you can then share that with your audience. So that's how you share that code. They use your code when they sign up. You earn the points, but you will end up seeing them in this section here on your dashboard, and you'll watch your points go up. When you get your first 5,000 points, you can redeem those for cash. Not bad, right? As we said, as we grow, so should your pockets. So with that, I'm going to actually stop quickly and see if there's any questions from our attendees that actually joined today. Hopefully they picked up at least one new thing tonight during this demo, but I'll open it up to you all before we get ready to close out. Going once, going twice. All right. So there's no questions there. The last part that I realize is here. When you actually share, like when you hit that share referral button, it's going to then set it up as a canned text. As you can see, hey there, I've been using MYLE to find things to do, places to go, and food to eat. Use my affiliate code and check it out today. And then it has mile markers, our code, remember? So that's exactly how that is set up. Now, and we have another guest joining, Michelle Felder's coming on the line, is that you'd be able to share that now with your network, and they would have the ability to actually download the app, right? Because that link at the bottom, they download the app, they sign up, they use your referral code. Now you would be able to see them on the dashboard right here, as I mentioned, and you know that they sign up and those points keep going up, okay? So we're gonna stop there. As I just mentioned, Michelle has joined us. Michelle, thank you for joining us. We're in the middle of a live demo. We just went through a bunch of different features, cool pages as well. Some of our other event hosts have had the opportunity to ask questions. Because it's a live demo, you have the ability to ask questions, or if you wanted to share your experience, which I think is interesting because you were referred by Bilal, who's actually on the line. And we were just talking about our MYLE Profit partner, where you benefit, right, from a payout standpoint, and he'll benefit as well. So anything you want to add in regards to the MYLE experience or questions you may have?
Hi, Kevin. Sorry, I just texted you. I just on a whim went on and tried to link in, but it was just coming from venue walkthrough for Dinner on Blanc. But my experience has been good. Every event that I get that the client doesn't have their own platform, I utilize it. The best thing I can say about the platform is really you all, because your responsiveness to questions, ability to just text you when I've got an issue going on, and the response times are just excellent. So that's really the best part. I cannot text or get in contact with folks over at I'm not saying that other place because I'm being funny. I literally can't remember the name of the other platform right now. Too much on my brain. But yeah, so that's really the unique benefit of that. Question wise, the only question I would have, I sent this to you in a text too, though. What's the refund of an event? How do we refund? Can we refund directly from the platform, or do we have to do the payout and then refund them, figure out how to get their money back if an event is canceled?
No, so great question. So first of all, before I answer that
and
question.
Hi, Pops. Hi, Bilal. Hi, Pops.
So before I answer that question is a thing where I want everybody to understand, that Michelle is a event planner. So she actually works with a number of clients and utilizes our service, depending, like she said, unless it's a situation where they already have a platform, she utilizes us for all of those clients. So we appreciate what you've been doing to help us have more exposure to some of the amazing events that you do. And actually, I'm going to end up pulling up your page after I ask you a question for the Dinner on Block that you have coming up. So in regards to the refund process currently, and this goes back to what we said earlier, y'all, we have so many features we want to include that we don't have yet, but they are part of our roadmap. In the very near future, you will have the ability to literally, your guests, if you have refunds as a part of your requirements or what you set up, where they can actually they can request a refund. It will send that request. You'd be notified, and then through MYLE Manager, where you're seeing all of your attendees, it will show up that there was a refund requested, and you would be able to approve it. When you approve that request, then it will go through. If you don't approve it, then it doesn't go through. Okay. In today's environment, you can literally leverage our team. You can either email us at hello@myle.com. You can use the chat that's on our main page, and you would have to obviously put in certain information. But our team, if you submitted it that way through our chat feature, we'd go ahead and take care of it that way for you as well. So feel free, Michelle, if you have any, send it that way. And what it does is it comes out immediately, right? So it'll come out before your event is actually happening if it's prior, and we'll go from there. Does that help? I think she's back on mute. Yep. All right. So that was a great question. And what I just did, so that y'all know, because we've been showcasing some of our event hosts, this is the event she has. It's going to be taking place in Cleveland, August 24th through the 25th, right? This is the actual after party after they do that Donna and Block event. This is the all-white affair that takes place. So really excited. This is the second year in a row that they're utilizing us for this after party. So super excited to be of service to you and all of the attendees as well. So
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get off mute. So yes,
Yeah.
that did help. And I will do that for my high school reunion event
oh yeah.
for the
That's
refund
right.
to refund those people. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. All right. So listen, y'all, this is what the this is what this was about, right? A live demo. As I said, a lot of times we do this, but we do it one-on-ones here and there when it's needed, required new clients. And now that this is live on social, people got a chance to hear real life. Like, this is what we do, right? Every single day to take care of our clients. And we're most excited, though, about the samples that we showed today, which is just a small percentage of our events, but it shows you the diversity of the events in different parts of the country as well. Okay. So super excited. We couldn't get our West Coast team on. We do have some promoters on the West Coast, but I think the time difference didn't work for them today, but hopefully they'll be on the next one. We will do another one of these next week. Our goal, everybody, is that if you learned one thing, if you're excited about anything you heard today, if you want to be a part of this movement in this community of milers, right? We want you to be involved in that. As you can see, just organically, conversations came up about helping each other out. And that's what we're about, right? Anything we can do to help each other to be successful and to grow our businesses. And the one thing that, I'll share so we can be very clear about this, Sherry and I talk about it all the time. We are a Black-owned event management and data insights company, right? That's the ownership. The business is available for everyone, right? We want everyone to utilize this platform because everyone needs entertainment. Everyone is looking for things to do, places to go, and food to eat. So we want to make sure that you all know that. So tag every event host, every event planner, any company that holds events and need a registration platform. That's what we do. And we do it for the biggest and the best, right? So I mentioned Visa as a client, Amazon as a client, Southwest Airlines. The list goes on and on and on. We just did some amazing projects for a few other major clients. There's one big one that's coming out. We can't share all of the names, unfortunately, but there's a lot of majors that are utilizing our services, and we want to continue to grow that, because the more we grow, the more we can actually help others as well, which is why we instituted the plans where you have the MYLE Profit Partner, where you as a host benefit, while we set it up where referrals, when you support our business to help us grow, you benefit. And then the youth, when we grow, they also benefit. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm leaving it at. Sherry, any final words before we go ahead and wrap this one up?
No, I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. We love to, Kevin does a good job at demoing. That it's his specialty. Ticketing is his specialty, and he does an amazing job demoing and speaking about that. But we're always open to feedback. Sometimes we get ideas just from things that you say, and we can implement to make the platform better. But we want to thank you for just providing us with your business. We really, 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 really appreciate it. And we ask that you spread the word. We want to grow throughout the entire country. And actually, we're set up to be a global company. So our goal is one day to be a global entity. And I always tell everyone, own a piece of the entertainment space that isn't always represented well by people who look like Kevin and I. So we really want to change that. And create a company that really welcomes and shows the rest of the corporate out here how diversity really should look.
Awesome. And then Michelle, I see your hand is up, so feel free to jump in with a question or comment.
Yeah, I had a quick question. I'm sorry. And this may be on the roadmap. The ability if people purchase like 2 tickets for an event, the ability for them to be able to add the guest name. Yep. We experienced that on Saturday's event that we had through MYLE when we're checking people in. So yeah, is that something that's on the roadmap?
Absolutely, it is. So as you all know, there's different levels to different things and different phases and stages. For our custom pages, we currently do that, right? So on the basic page or the standard setup, do it yourself that you can jump in and do your event in minutes. That capability is not available yet. However, the infrastructure has already been built to be able to add those names. So then on your detail report and on the ticket, it actually will show that other person. The other thing about that is very soon when you actually add, we're building the infrastructure now. When you add a second or third or fourth or fifth guest, it'll also email them directly that ticket also. So Michelle, those are on the roadmap. Hope to have those sooner than later for you to have that capability as well.
Okay, thanks.
You got it. Thank you for asking, just in case we weren't working on it.
Kevin, my
Yes.
question is, please don't forget to connect me to Joseph and Monique. And you can add Thad to that too, we can support that, what he's doing in Virginia. And
Awesome.
I have one more request, man. When you and Sherry blow up, don't forget about us little people, man.
Here you go. I'm just trying to catch up to you, Bilal. That's it, man. We appreciate that. Never forget, especially those at the beginning. You can never forget them. Never forget them. You even made Monique laugh at that one. See?
Let me add a point to that. I can say for certain, I never have aspired to blow up. I like that word. When I hear it, I know it's a positive word, but I do aspire to change our community. And Kevin and I have had lots of conversations about that, as well as I'm sure many of you have, in regards to how do we do that, right? And I know, when we look at the Amazons of the world, which is a data analytics company at the end of the day, it's not a fulfillment. It is a part of fulfillment is, but if you dig into it, they're collecting every bit of data possible, and they have a whole bunch of it. And but they employ people. And when you look at minority businesses, I mean, for me, I've analyzed this very deeply. You don't generally have a good say unless you're affecting economies. And so we want to affect economies in a positive way, because that way we know we'll have a voice, and we will bring our own seats to the table and sit there and say what needs to be said, and people will listen because of just respecting the color of green money and not seeing any other color. So that's what we're trying to achieve. As we rise, our community should get better. And that's how we look at it and how we're moving.
Well said.
I totally agree with you, Sherry. And it's funny, as we're speaking, Kevin, so many connections are coming to my mind that I want to turn you on to. And one in particular, as I'm watching the DNC, as I have a partner that's a minority investor in the Bally's Casino in Chicago. And he's all about Black. So I need to have a conversation with him to see, first of all, self-introduction for you to talk to Kevin and see how he can work with, getting you a part of that business through Bally's.
We'll talk about,
even with the DNC, right? That was registration that took place.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Kevin's connected to them too. So, like I said, the Lord has just put me in places to meet some people who are life changing, and the conversation that they talk about is generational wealth and community building. Those are the two things that they focus on. So I'm thankful and I'm humbled to be able to meet these people. And a lot of them have no heirs. They're very well off, but they're like, look, what's the point of me having it and I can't enjoy you can't enjoy it with me. You're my boy. I want you to be right here with me. I'm gonna show you, teach you, help pull you up to where I'm at. So as I'm saying, as those offers are extended to me, because I love what you're doing, I believe in what you're doing, I'm going to share those opportunities with you all.
Thank you so
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right, y'all. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the night. Just remember this last thing, though. When you're looking for things to do, places to go and food to eat, or if you need to post, promote, or sell tickets to your events, just MYLE it and make your life entertaining. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest.
All right. Later, Cass. Thank you.
Later, y'all. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks again.